So my neighbor is selling his house. Now's your chance. So I suppose if Adam, Jake, Chris, Joe, Dan, Mike, and all the rest of you guys can do it, why not? As a kid, like I've said in the past, we used to do this all the time, and it was actually on this exact land that we would log off and sell firewood as kids. And my oldest brother, Scott, he was the one that could drive back then, and he used my dad's old, I think it was a 1978 Ford pickup truck, and would load the bed up of that thing and take it out and sell firewood. So today, just show you around my wood yard. It's not the biggest, but it's just logs that I bring down from the woods that have either fallen or got wind blown over. And I like to take my baskets and I heap them all the way up, and I'll show you why I heap them over. I don't sell these baskets. They're just recreational purposes only, for myself, for campfires and things like that. But today I borrowed Adam's Easton-made axis, and I absolutely love this splitter. It's just, you know, I split pretty much for about 6 hours yesterday, and my back is not sore at all. Just very, very nice the way it's set up. No bending over or anything like that. Generally, I just go around through the property and pick up trees and deadfall and things like that, bring them down, and I split them as I get them. This pile here happens to be from the windstorm we had, well, a couple windstorms anyhow, back a month or so ago, and have cut those up and brought them down. Used my dump trailer for that, and I've got some baskets here started. But I want to show you what I was working on yesterday. I think it's pretty interesting because I haven't seen anybody do this yet or take the time and patience to do it. But let's take a trip up behind the garage there and look at the different baskets, and I'll explain what I do there. One thing that I do is I go over to Harbor Freight and I pick up these cheap 5-foot by 7-foot tarps. And when I mean they're cheap, yes, they're cheap, but they work pretty darn good. And what I do, like I said, I heap these baskets full. And again, I'm not selling these, so it doesn't, you know, trying to figure out whether it's a third of a cord or anything like that. But I heap them up and I throw the tarp over them. And then I just take a ratchet strap and I ratchet strap it around that tarp, and that holds it on. These tarps, that's all wood under there. That helps shed the rain. There's no rain that sits on them, and no snow or anything like that. But yesterday, I was telling you, I spent, I think, probably 5 hours. And I had a large trailer load. Actually, it was 2 trailer loads worth of tulip, which is similar to poplar. And I spent 5 hours splitting kindling wood. Yes, that is an entire full basket of kindling. I do hope to take this down to Adam's roadside stand and start selling it out of that stand. But that Easton-made axis sure did make this a lot easier. Now, I don't think you could do this on a conventional a conventional horizontal splitter, but the precision of that axis and the ability to do this, and those things are about a 1-inch by 1-inch split on all those. Filled that basket up, and I think what I'm going to do is we're going to take those out and start bundling them. Use Adam's bundle wrapper and see if we can't sell some of these along with some of the firewood that goes down. And this tulip is very, very straight grain, so it was nice splitting. Split right straight down. You could split it up into a square block and then just go down through there and just keep ripping through the splits all day long, and it's actually pretty therapeutic and enjoyable. So I've got a full basket there that got to go ahead and get bundled up, and I just throw a strap over them like that, just so they hold on here when I'm bringing them or moving them or transporting them with the skid loader. So got those straps, holds the wood on for transportation purposes, and then we can start picking off of those and bundling them up. I guess my channel's really not a wood splitting, wood processing channel or anything like that. But I was kind of born into this. It's in my blood. I really enjoy splitting and cutting wood and doing all that stuff. It's just not what my channel's about, but it is one of those side things that I enjoy doing. And whether I burn this much wood in a year or not doesn't really matter. Most of this stuff has to be saved for next year to let it dry out and everything else. But it is actually a whole lot of fun. Go up and bring wood down from the property that I live on, and then process it up and have campfires. And I like to actually split my wood a little bit smaller. And why I do that, for two reasons. One is it dries out, but for the main reason is it burns nice. It leaves very little smoke and burns nice and warm. So when you're at a campfire and you've got wives and girlfriends around, there's nothing that'll drive a girlfriend or a wife away quicker than a cold campfire. So, and also a smoky one. So you've got to have good wood to do that. And keep the heat going and keep the fire hot. So now it's time to start splitting. Well, there you go. 2 full heaping baskets. Got a couple more rounds left over here to split up. I think I'm going to go ahead and take those 2 baskets away, grab the skid loader and bring some more baskets in, and at least get everything split up that I've got cut. And I can start working on this pile. I get that all cut up, but I think that's for a different day. We're going to be heading to Adams later. That ain't going nowhere. I like to strap those baskets of wood down before I take them, so all my hard work doesn't fall off the top there. So we do have a little bit of a hill we have to go up over before we get to the back side of the garage. So now that we're done filling them, let's get them up there where they're going to sit for a while. got my 2 full heaping firewood baskets there, and I've got my full heaping basket of kindling. Actually really enjoyed doing that. That was a lot of fun. Don't know whether we'll be able to sell much of it, but it was fun to do. So I don't know if you guys will accept me into the wood yard as a woodhound, but the reality of it is I've been doing this probably before some of you were even born. It's always been in my blood, always enjoyed doing it, and I guess I'm not going to beg for a thumbs up today, but if you'll accept me into the wood yard and become one of those woodhounds that everybody likes to be and do and all that, why, give me that thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of it, hit that subscribe button. So thanks, and we'll see you again soon.